YouTube, what's going on? Hey, Aaron here. We are in the Tier 5 Aoba, and this is Back to the Basics Part 1B for cruisers. We already did 1A with the Dallas, and maybe not the best video to highlight light cruiser gameplay, but here we are in yeah, there it is, Ward. The damn controller. Oh, yeah, I gotcha. We are in a kiting cruiser. This is, by definition, a heavy cruiser, although by armor it is not even close. There's no real heavy cruisers up until maybe 6 and 7 in the game that can bow tank battleships. I was looking at the armors of a lot of the other ships. But as you can see, right off the spawn, we're turning away from the direction they're pointing us in. And players of this tier do not realize that you can sail away from that. But we're going to go even out the game. There's 3 ships that spawn over here, and these spawns are opposite on this map. So you should see 6 ships come this way and 3 go that way, which would normally be 6 going this way, but because I'm going the opposite way, I'm going to try and be the difference. It should be now. Now, some ships may decide to go in the middle cap here, but people are stubborn and, I don't know, they point the ship in one direction, zoom in on the binoculars, eyes down the scope, and don't look up for the entire game. Now, unfortunately, we just got detected, but we're going to do one of the noblest Japanese traditions, which is kite speed, but we don't have any incoming shots, looks like, at the moment. Not sure what we're detected by. There it is. Again, employ that noblest of kiting conditions, or traditions. We kept AP loaded there. I kind of had it loaded maybe because I was dealing with a situation similar as in a previous game. But if a cruiser gives you broadside in these Japanese cruisers, feel free to obliterate it with armor piercing. Now, when that angle tightens up as it is now, you want to be switching back to high explosive. We're going to continue eyes down the binoculars here on this target. I think T-Bull says that. But regardless, you want to spread out your targeting to the most available ship, or the ship that needs to die first. But in this case, since he's getting the cap and he's rather low, we're going to keep targeting him. And auto aim should do the trick for you. Move it ahead slightly as it zooms in. You see it zooms in here, and well, he's actually turning out, so that didn't quite work. But he's zooming it out, or he's turning out, so we zoom it in, and then hit the controller that way. Good. Team focus fire, but as we predicted, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ships over here, and 1 down, which is 6, and 6 on the other side now. Or 3 on the other side, I'm sorry. But as you can see, tier 5 is kind of a crapshoot of what the game is going to be like. People just sailing in, trying to get max damage, not really playing their angles or knowing their ships to the most effectiveness. We're going to drop torpedoes on the Exeter here, and actually we're just going to sit and wait. He should give us a nice broadside. But again, we're not turning into this mess, we're turning out of it. Now we are getting a little risky. Battleships can definitely yoink us from this range. Wait for it. You want to wait because the island there was going to block your shot. Double citadeled, and it should be... Why is there a Nassau in this game? Because someone did a failed division. Wonderful. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to HE. Kiting away from battleships is a very, very strong maneuver. Because 1, you're not getting flat broadside, 2, you're able to fire most of your guns, 3, it makes yourself a very hard target. That's probably number 1, is making yourself a hard target. Anybody can line up this and slowly put the cursor over there. If you're constantly, if you're constantly maneuvering and playing with your speed and turning, then you make yourself a much harder target to hit. But at the same time, if you kite to the edge of the map, you're not doing your team any favors. If we continue kiting to this corner and, turn around from there, maybe not the most effective. Now we encounter the problem that always occurs on this map and fault line, is the inevitable strong side, weak side push. And the fact that our strong side is not being so strong is leading this to be a very difficult battle. Yes, the Aoba does have very lousy torp angles. That is a good point, Adentis. So, you know, leaves you even more inclined to kite because you can launch your torpedoes, which you can see have a very long range. That's your detection, and then the range there on the screen. No stealth torp unless you really stock into a stealth build, but as I said in a couple of videos, the guns are really, like, you're firing your guns almost at all times unless you're playing a destroyer. Unless you're playing a torpedo boat destroyer, you're firing your guns a majority of the time. So, in order to get the most out of your ship and your builds, as you can see by kiting out here, we just avoided 90% of those target hits. We're gonna actually switch to AP because I have a feeling these guys know nothing of angling. The game has been rather almost on recently, but even kiting, you will still take damage from plunging fire and other, you know, battleship caliber guns. Triple Citadel to Dallas there. This should be a missed the torpedoes, but again, just, you know, another tool. Oh, give me a break, game. Try. Yeah, saw those shells incoming. Gonna turn out of those. Try and yoink the Yahagi. Did we get the hit on the Dallas? No. Yeah, our team is absolutely folded like a cheap chair. So, again, Dallas video part 1B, here we come. Now, you need to be shooting HE at this target, obviously, but we had AP loaded for the broadside morons sailing across our screen. It looks like our Emerald will get one. Maybe turned a little too early. Yep. But now, since our team has still not dealt with the 3 ships that spawned on that side, there is no option left except for to kite. And we are in one of the best ships in Tier 5 to do it. The DeGrasse is probably the best ship to do it in, but this is definitely can make an argument. A little bit better armor, bigger caliber guns, so yeah. Overturned a little bit there, and again, we do not have the best rudder shift time, but we got lucky with a bounce because it's a Tier 4 battleship. Looks like he's complete. There we go. Damage. So we can get maximum effectiveness on target here. For some reason I lost that torp on my screen, but yeah, there's a torpedo hit. As we go down to 2 ships, and we still haven't won the weak side. There's the high caliber. It turned into these shells maybe. Like as you can see, aiming at a ship like this is very difficult. I switched to AP because I was thinking I was going to shoot the Yahagi over there. Should have kept AP loaded. This is still a very winnable game. We're not going to give this up just yet. Let's put the plane up. Hopefully he shoots one more time. Right now I'm going to stop because his shot should be incoming soon. He's going to aim well ahead of me. He didn't shoot. Something I also definitely wasn't paying attention to is this Dunker who's in our spawn at this point. It's just laughable. Did not see that he was going down. But yeah, let's see if we can get the Kraken. We have a majority of our health, and the other players I did not think showed me things that were the best. Oh, we can do this. Milberton and a Yahagi. No Kraken, but we can still win this game. By playing the way I have, we have put ourselves in a position to win this game. That is the goal of the game, ladies and gentlemen, to win the game. It's not about damage, it's not about medals, it's to win the game. As Herm Edwards said in his speech, you play to win the game! So right now, we just got detected by... Oh, it was the Emile Berton. We're going to drop torps. And I had AP loaded because I thought That's what I thought. Gonna look this way. Yahagi's... We're gonna put there. Yikes. I'm in a bad spot here. Where did this guy? So this Yahagi does know the difference between AP and HE. Ah, I should have guessed short. We have a little bit of map to work with. Switch to HE, which is fine because we wanted to make this turn. I'm maneuvering like a madman right now. We're going to do our best to try and get this win, but these two players are actually playing it rather decently. They're bow tanking me. And shooting high explosive, which is what you need to do in this situation. But I have a feeling that this guy is going to sail in a straight line as he's been doing. So hopefully this Yahagi opens up this angle, and we can get the torpedo hits and the broadside on this Yahagi. Yeah, give me the angle. I'm going to pop the Hydra there because the Yahagi has very long-range torpedoes. He's closing up the angle. Please don't hurt. Yeah, you turned in. We're gonna launch a widespread here because why not? Come on, game. Give me a lucky torp hit. I guess I can overmatch his armor. We're keeping AP loaded in the hopes that we, I didn't mean to heal that. I thought, well, actually, I need the turrets. The problem is if they get a fire here, it might be game over. There's a Confederate. Come on, give it to me. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me, come on. Don't load AP. Yes! I'm the best there is! Yahoo! Rest in peace, headphone users. Oh, man. Little adrenaline pump in here. High caliber Confederate, 150k, 3,300 experience. That's how you light cruiser. No, not light cruiser. That's how you kiting cruiser. Oh man, that was wow. Got a little adrenaline, like I said, a little adrenaline pump in here. You can hear my voice a little bit, a little shaky. But yeah, that's how you do it. Came down to the wire. We got lucky with some pens of the other ships, but yeah, wow. Let me get some deep breaths in here. Whew. Confederate high caliber Aoba, 150 damage, 99 target hits, couple torp pips, 4 kills. bunch of defense. But as you can see, guys, by playing your ship the way it's meant to be played, you can do astonishing things. Kiting those enemies out to the edge of the map is the only reason I won that game. We did not waste our health in the beginning of the game. We did not throw away our ship and try and torpedo mindlessly. By doing the right things, we got the position and the kills necessary to win. This game, there are some matchmaking things that Wargaming doesn't necessarily maybe want you to know, and it's actually available in a patent that they have. And I don't know if it's implemented in this game, but basically the patent says you're going to win 25% of your games, you're going to lose 25% of your games, and in the middle 50% is kind of, you know, where that determines if you're a good player or not. So, you know, the average player is going to win 50-50, so they should be right at 50% of those. And this is a game I think that we were destined to lose. We had an AFK player, and just a ginormous drop-off, as you can see, from my score to this player who played pretty well, and then on down. Now, we all have those games. I was streaming the other night, and I got dev struck like 2 or 3 times. I had a lot to drink, and I was just kind of having some fun on stream. I had one of my more successful streams. But again, by employing the techniques that your ship is the most favorable. For example, we are kiting, we were angling for the most part. There were some instances there where we gave up broadside, but that game almost looked like an assured loss. And thanks to his torpedoes, we probably turned it into a win. But yeah, wow, GG's. So I hope that was a little informative for you guys. It got kind of dicey there at the end, but in Japanese cruisers and French per se, French and what other nations? Russian cruisers, to an extent, you need to employ kiting in a majority of your tactics. You do not need to be sailing directly into the enemy, trying to get your torpedoes off. That is never the play. That is never the thing to do. Draw them away from where they're meant to be. If those guys, both of them, don't chase me and get the capture points, we lose that game. But because of the things we did, we turned that loss. I have a feeling that was one of those games that was going to be an assured loss into a victory. And you know, a lot of people could probably point out many mistakes I made during that game, but I think I played that pretty dang well, if I don't say so myself. That is the video, guys. That is Cruiser Basics Part 1B. Maybe not the basics, but one heck of a carry. Wow. All right, guys, that is the video. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.